Have you ever heard the saying, I'd rather be lucky than good? Well, this customer was certainly lucky. Heard a funny noise. I was driving it. Look at this. This is by hand. Completely and utterly pulled all the threads out of that engine mount. That's the only one holding it on with a couple of threads. There's no other engine mount apart from that. That would have well, it wouldn't have been nice to think about. Hello and welcome to another Bodgit and Leggit video. We've got a 2007 Astra, Corsa, sorry, 1.2 petrol, and as you can see, the engine mount completely destroyed. All the threads pulled out of the one that bolts the engine, the actual mount, or the bracket should I say. Couldn't find one anywhere. What we ended up having to do was buy a complete car for the parts. We have them down here. And the issue we're having is these threads in here are all pulled out on, oh, a bit dodgy, no, on the one that we've got. So Opel don't make this anymore. They make this, they want 170 euros for this with a 3 weeks waiting time. We don't really need this, it's this. Let me get this jacked up, wheel off, everything ready so we can see if we can get this out. Just for shits and giggles, let's see how far this actually pumps up. I can fit my fingers, two fingers on top of each other in that gap. Wow, that's how much it came up. Wow, people, wow. All right, let me get this airbox out the way and we can undo the rest of the bolts. Right, this bolt as well is just not even tight, not even hand tight. I wonder what it's like compared to the other one. There's a lot, oh, focus, there's a lot of crap there. Half the threads are gone, half are okay. Destroyed. Let me get this off properly. Right, the first bolt on the bracket, you have to jack the engine all the way up and you can get to it. The other two, you get the engine down and you can get to them. We'll just get a bit of a closer look at the state. That's completely gone. The hardest part is actually getting the bracket off. Sometimes you can jack it up, but you're millimeters. Sometimes you have to take off this pulley. It's a nightmare, but hopefully we can just jack this one up and get it out. As you can see, there's just no support there in this engine. If that other bolt would have come loose, there is an engine mount there as well as the gearbox mount, but as you can see, it truly does nothing. So I'm underneath it now. Ah, you bastard, that hurt. And it would just literally hit the ground. There is enough room to get these two bolts out, but like I said, that's not the problem. I'll show you the next problem. This is the problem. We need to get, see, the bottom part of this just over the leg. So in other words, this bit has to be just over the leg, and the engine is jacked up a lot and you just think you're going to break something, and like, it doesn't feel great. I can't go too much more. So close, look at that. Come on, please. Gotcha, you little shit. Anyway, we got it. Put it all back together now. That interesting. Off two different cars, and the engine leak and the pattern of all the old oil and crap on them is practically the same. Isn't that unreal? Anyway, make sure you get the right part on. Right, with a few little love taps, I've got it in. I've got this bolt on and I've got that bolt on, just hand tight, very loose still. Do not tighten any bolts when there's more than one of them because you'll get it slightly off and you'll just do too much damage. That's what has originally happened to this. I'm guessing someone's got the gun and there's a gap there, rather than jacking up the engine, just zip them down to lift up that, which has destroyed them. So you need to put it down, put the last bolt in, tying it all up and get the engine mount in. Right, I've lined the engine mount up with the original marks because I've got the engine mount and the bracket from the same vehicle. Otherwise you can't. If you're putting the original one back on, you can. Now, these are loose. See, they're just hand tight, but we've got a big gap there. Don't be tempted to get the gun to zip it up because that's what causes the issue. Jack the engine up till it hits. Then you can put them down. Again, I still wouldn't do it with a gun, but I'd put them down. You see this one's even gone tight, so that's a bit of adjustment. It's maybe a bit too high, is it? Let's put it down a bit. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit too high. Should go down now. Yeah. But also, I can feel it. I need to move this out slightly, so I'm going to do that, and then it should be good. Yeah, because I can see the witness marks from here do not line up. This needs to be over a lot more. That's why that bolt was tight. So I'm going to loosen off that, pull the bracket there before I tighten it, and tighten this all by hand. Then you're not going to have an issue. So not with a gun, by hand. I don't mean hand tight with a ratchet, but yeah. Just give you an idea how much movement there is. Everything is still loose. When I grab the engine, look at all that. Look how much that moves in. You want to get this as neutral as possible. So in other words, there's no stress on this because it will just wear out that bushing a lot easier. That's why it's important to have everything loose. Tying it by hand, not with the gun, and you should be good to go. Right, lower the jack for the last time. Takes a bit of pressure off. Jack is now out. And engine is solid. So, good stuff. Now what we need to do, make sure it starts. Well, put the wheel on first. Okay, it all looks good, sounds good, doesn't wobble, doesn't bang when you start it. I'll take it for a quick test drive even, but I think it's going to be fine. But anyway, the customer was seriously lucky because another couple more miles that would have come out and game over car. Anyway, as always, hope it helps. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, links up here, links down below, but most important, don't forget, get your hands dirty to see you for the next one. Sorted.